Hi guys, so this is Humanitarian guys. So this game is a suggestion from my boyfriend, and I really like this game. I mean, I didn't play it. I didn't play everything, but I believe I don't know. It's so cute, and I don't know if we will be playing all of it in the channel, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the game. Maybe you would appreciate it as much as I do. I think this game is like a visual novel for the most part of it, but it has some nice mechanics. It reminds a lot of Ace Attorney, but it's with words in this case. Animals in general, but I won't spoil it. And also it has some mechanics related, like cross-referencing testimony and these kind of things. So let's get into it. I'm so excited with this game because this game is so this game is so pretty. So this is continued because I already played this game the previous day, maybe case 1. Yeah, we were. I wish we could play from the beginning, maybe. I don't think that's possible. Maybe then the beginning. So, nice opening. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Sparse. Well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Ugh, too early for worms. Where's the Cabernet Sauvignon? There will be time for that. We've got some business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened yet. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, person. You may have the honors. Alright, Dear Monsieur Falco, I'm writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Catherine, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. Oh no. So we have our first case here. Interesting. She's being held at La Conciergerie prison on the charge of murder. No less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Signor Pourtoir Demio of the Demio estate. Well, this is quite something. I know! Your first serious client in months! Not just that, the Demio estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for them, Catherine, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Catherine in court? I think it's a little bit too loud for me. Okay. Maybe here? Yeah. Nope. Of course. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coats, person. We are going to go find our kitty client at La Conciergerie. Excellent, my derrière was getting tired from all the sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Signor de Mio letter first. One moment, Falco. Courtois letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at the New Year party and at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. You may see how much money he's carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. Okay, so assign the door reads the Aviary Attorney offices. No case too big or too small, no junk mail. For centuries, the infamous conciergerie prison has detained the accused and the condemned alike. Is this a map of Paris, maybe? I don't know. It looks similar with the Ile de la Cité at the center, but I may be wrong. Let's go to the conciergerie. Falco and Sparson step into the stone-cold foyer of the conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Catherine Deneuve. I'm due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. So pretty. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Catherine Deneuve, I presume. You've arrived! The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petty assistant, Sparson. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparson. Sorry? My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing on the Aviary Attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Then, Catherine, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? What happened on the night of the murder? Who was there that evening? Did you see anything suspicious? What happened on the night of the murder? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Crinière, the home of great Baron Orkel. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Crouy and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man with a what? You are what? Camera, it's a brand new gadget. A tiny box sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparson. Let me believe. So, the camera sounds like a very special device. I will make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Please continue, Dame Catherine. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Who was there that evening? Dame Catherine, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest mama couldn't make it. And there was Baron Portieri, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Colleen, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Grenouille. Well, until now, he died. And there was Monsieur Robitaille de Robinio, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious? Dame Catherine, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Like maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a blooded murder weapon? Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer. You got me. I do not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal, the food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did? Dame Catherine, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was. You and your damn stomach. Let's see. We had pork head herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Go on. Then a marble steak, served perfect bloody rare. Glorious, Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added to your evidence folder. Spurson, remind me not to let you talk to Clarence on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't giving any cutlery. No cutlery, even for the steak? Nope, you would think that the Great Baron of Chateaubriand would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that will be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateaubriand and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robitaille de Robinio. 2 days for 2 tasks? Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Mr. Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? I mean... yeah, sure. Of course, Dame Catherine. It's our duty as lawyers. Você tem que acreditar no seu cliente, de certa forma. Eu, pelo menos, dizer pra ele que você acredita em mim. And as gentlemen, who have faith in your testimony, you can trust us. Thank you both. So I said in Portuguese, what I was saying is that we have to believe our client. We are their lawyer, so or at least tell them that we believe in them. Sometimes it slips. Dame Catherine, Monsieur Grenouille, Baron Roquel. These names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? No, not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. What? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. This person has started compiling a Facebook. You can access a list of people you have met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Let's make a move. So, we will be getting into all the icons. I'm just trying to follow the flow of the tutorial. The game saves automatically at the start of each new day. Okay, so this is not a game that saves all the time, which is it's very important to warn us because it can happen that I am not aware of that and then I leave the game, and then when I want to get back into it I have to do everything all over it. But you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting save and quit from the pause menu. Wow, that's very useful. You can access the pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner or by pressing the escape key. Okay, so I think we have two places that we need to be, or maybe we have to choose between two. We have la conciergerie in our offices. I think we should go to the scene of the crime. Sounds more important, so let's go. Falco and his person enter the courtyard outside Chateau Rinière. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger along the building shadows. Excusez-moi, monsieur. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see. Sultan. Cough, cough. I don't suppose you happen to have some spare change. You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? Give 10 francs? Wow, I'm loaded. I think I'm gonna give her 1 franc, but I don't think we have... I think 20 francs is everything we have. So let's be reasonable. Here you go. Stay safe, madam. Many thanks to you, monsieur. That was pretty generous of you, Falco. Times are tough. Make sure more than a child has something to eat is the least I can do. But what am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, person, we've got business to attend to. Falco and his person step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Rinière. Wow, look at this place. Baron Vogel must be loaded. More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the sea. Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with impressive mien. So yeah, I think this is supposed to be Paris. Very nice. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey Baron, we'd like a word. How's that? This person, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can take me later, I think I got his attention. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Vogel, property owner extraordinaire at your service? And who might you fellows be? More investigators? No, we are attorneys. Yup, we are policemen. No, we are attorneys. Not quite. I am private attorney J.J. Falco, and this is my associate, this person. Oh yes, huh? You know, you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes. This jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. asked a bunch of questions and hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, this person? Perhaps. I have a hunch. Sorry, hunch. Well, we'll be seeing him at the trial. A friend of yours? Something like that. So what may I do for you, monsieur? We're doing some research on Monsieur Grunley, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course, such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you messieurs will be waiting to see the crime scene for yourself? Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. We'll find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That will be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations. So, where shall we go first? I guess it was the garden where the murder occurred, so maybe let me see here first. I want to check where you guys is. The Aviary Attorney himself. Falcon suave and courageous lackey. What a handsome fellow. The wealthy father of Dame Catherine. Courtois hired us to defend Dame Catherine in court. An ill-mannered jailkeeper seems to feel disgust for criminals and for animals in general. The elegant bourgeois daughter of Seigneur Courtois de Mieux. She has been accused of murdering Monsieur Grunley. The froggy businessman who was found murdered at Chateau Crinière, a colleague of Courtois and Rogel. A mother and her bouncy daughter who begged us for money outside Chateau Crinière. The Great Lion of Chateau Crinière, a reputable, ruthless businessman. So there is at least someone that we didn't meet before. Let's see then. We have, 19 francs. And we have here our evidence. Senior Courtois de Mieux, a photographer. This is a red herring. Ironic. Dame Catherine ate a bloody red steak at the banquet. Okay. Whoops. Let's go to the garden. Dame Catherine said that she found Monsieur Grunley on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. The crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and then analyze every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their nose. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Okay. Let's select an area to examine. Okay, let's start with this statue. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, Eventually we realized that it was just filling up on horse the fur, I guess. Ugh, terrible. Select an area to examine. Fountain? This fountain is finely crafted with solid carbon marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash another weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize, I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, spare some, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way, if you want to go wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectful lawyer, you can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, it don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet thread wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep, I will pay this one franc coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So, what will it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or blunt squiggles? Tails? Plant squiggles? It's called a ref expression. Sure, I will bet on the plant squiggles. Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon. Ah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot the rigged coin flip. Oh no. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Now you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's not a murder weapon though. What is this? It's brown and sticky and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Rolliard? Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising, it is his house after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case. Cigar butt has been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? Select an area to examine. Okay, this one? A horse statue. This one has a goofy face. That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says, by the long face, yes, as we've all heard it one. But no, the barkeep says, you've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable. I think it's time to weigh in the horse jokes. Select an area to examine. Okay. A finely crafted horse statue, the mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No, I will not. This one? Baron Rolliard certainly likes his horse statues, yeah, and you like noticing them a lot. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little shrub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. Second area to examine. Is there any? I guess not, huh? I think we are done here. Good call, but are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. Exactly, I want to investigate. Lounge. I think it's where they took the photo. Okay, we have a tall lady. Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst. Hey Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Did she? Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah, yes, are you two policemen? No, we are private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon. And I'm Sparson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duo. So, what can I help you, monsieur, with today? We are investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask? Is this where the photograph was taken? We are looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh yes, you are in the right place. I saw the photographing session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you're standing actually, Monsieur Faucon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about the clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Orgel just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we are conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Having added to your evidence folder. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week. Maybe we should pressure her? Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding? It's okay to tell us. We are defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right at... Wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, person. Isn't it? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, monsieur, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? That's all. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, monsieur. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing. As you came in, I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and, well, never mind, I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else. Silverware, perhaps? You know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. We started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But well, yeah, I suppose it had got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved at least. Your evidence folder. I would appreciate if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So we're at the next big word. Maybe we should go back to the main hall. Did you, monsieur, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. I guess so. We had a good look, thank you, Baron, but we actually have some questions for you. Please ask away, I have nothing to hide. About your housemaid. What happens on the night of the murder? We'll be leaving. What happened on the night of the murder? Baron Orgel, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble? Not at all. No, nothing like that. We are just getting the full picture. I see, well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock and we all sat down for dinner. Is this in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photograph arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, monsieur, with? We should talk about him about the housemaid? Let me see. We met your husband, Pauline Dubois. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yes, she was quite helpful. Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation. I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask something else? We'll be leaving. I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, monsieur. Did you get all the information needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong with the fire, we could always just wing it. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. Maybe we could go to the studio now? So this is the studio of the famous photographer, shall we not? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem, the magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Robitillo de Robinillo, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. How shall we do now? Oh, we should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, he doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. We should break it. Oh well. I think it would be bad to break in. I mean, he would know that we broke in, right? I don't know, but we could have important evidence. But I don't think we could use it in the trial, because he would know that we took it. Let's try doing it by the book, I suppose. Let's go. There's nothing else to do. Let's make a move. Ugh, I hate the feeling of a wasted trip. Is there really nothing else we can do? Wow, the game is giving a lot of second chances for us here. I'm kind of worried. We must respect the note. We can't just ignore notes, person. You say so. You will just have to come back later if there is still time. Right. Okay. So now I guess is the time of the trial. We could try to come back. But I mean, let's try to the trial. Falcon and Preston stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Constance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Yes. Of course I'm nervous. We are woefully underprepared for this case. 2 days. We only had 2 days to prepare. How we expected to get anything done in that time frame? Come your feathers, Falcon. We can do this. Monsieur Falcon, petit Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a hand on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from the side. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we are ready. Okay, so it's time for the trial. Judge Maxime? Alright, settle down everyone, settle down. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon present, the defense is ready, Your Honor. Herbert Hamilton present, the readiest prosecution, Your Honor. Oh darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha, I knew it. You what? Culprit and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his two rabbits' feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know. But say, person, if Rupert scored the second lowest mark in the class, then who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Ah, here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with the funny heads are assessors, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order. So let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Catherine Demure. Wow, it's very loud. I'm going to Please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Voletti, to the witness stand. Inspector Voletti, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Voletti. I'm a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the famous Viridian killer to justice. My path began 18 years ago. Oh no, he will be saying. Let's see to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh great, I was hoping we could have one of those bambling, cuddly officers, but instead we are stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator in this case? That's correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Horgelli. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Catherine Demure. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Gonwy with his blood on her palms. Well, that sounds like an open-shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor. Bloody palms? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You are about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Falcon. Okay. Cross-examine the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement question. Okay. Brought to the scene by the housemaid. Okay, makes sense. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Catherine. She was standing over the sliced open corpse of Monsieur Gonwy with blood on her palms. Maybe we could try to see that, considering she wasn't eating with cutlery. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? Or how much blood was there? How much blood was there on the lady's paw, Inspector? Enough for it to be clear that she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. We noticed blood under the suspect's nails, around her fingertips, and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile! The inspector's answer seems pretty definitive. Do you have another question about the blood on Dame Catherine's palms? Yes. Whose blood was it? Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Mr. Greenwood, of course. How can you be so sure? I object. This line of question is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on them Catherine Pons could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Grenouille. Judge, Falcon trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect that the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Grenouille? I do. Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Catherine's paws had nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish, time-wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Catherine's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from? From steak. On the evening of the murder, Dame Catherine ate a bloody red steak. Is this true, Monsieur Hambington? Well, in a manner of speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the menu. The inspector, will you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paw did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well, wait, do not answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! Intriguing, pretty convincing. You gain a little favor with the jury. So, Inspector Voletti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now, hold on just a minute, Falcon. You are overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Catherine is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with a flawless etiquette. Anyway, and on perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh, that is a good question. At least it would be at any ordinary dining banquet. But as it happened, something was missing from that particular banquet, something that forced Dame Catherine to eat with her paws. Cutlery. Take a look at this. What's this? Are you saying that this went missing on the night of the murder? Oh, see, you picked the wrong piece of that, didn't you? Yeah, I messed up. Really? It's not that? It's not the cutlery? So what is this? What is it then? It was the cutlery. That's because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen. Anyway, stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Royal residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Royal approached us about this very subject last night. Ah! Innocent, perhaps. What a twist. We did a little favor with the jury. Okay? What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware. Inspector, was the investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you, I'm the most thorough investigative officer on the force. Then it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little expecting for your next case. Fine, so be it, messieurs, until next time. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready? Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon let's see, Monsieur Robinho, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Robinho, please approach the stand and recite the oath. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's a little cliché to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? And if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me, I am the great Monsieur Robinho, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste, tu es une pipe. You may have seen my work in hip magazines, Le Blanchet or C'est Chouette. I can send you tweets if you like. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication, come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Robinho, but let's get down to business. Oh boy. Will you tell us your activities on the night of the murder? Very well, I was hired by Baron Horgel to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening, I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Horgel and left. Like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I bought a copy so that you could all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see, who do we have here? In the middle we see a Baron Horgel, the lion who hosted the events. On the left we see a Seigneur Courtois de Mio, the father of the defendant, Dame Catherine. And finally we see the housemaid, Colleen Duhor, who I suspect may have selected to the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Clanwy. The second is the defendant, Dame Catherine de Mio. Quite suspicious, would you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Habington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean that they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon, I'm not done yet. The prosecution may continue. I had a photograph subject we see a wall clock with the time is set at 7:30. Now why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Valessi told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. You see, Falcon, every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Catherine herself. Falcon, something is fishy. In the jail cell, Dame Catherine told us that she was present when the photograph took place, but I don't see her in Robinho's photograph. That's true, but I can't use Dame Catherine's testimony as evidence. It has too little weight. If I want to prove that Monsieur Robinho's photograph is not a valid piece of evidence, I will have to dish out evidence of my own. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well, the defense may proceed. It's a waste of time if asking photographs are rock-solid evidence. For examination, select a safe one to push. Camera captured the beauty of even the magnificent photographs. Then I built Baron, Model, and left. Okay, review photograph. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. I see a mistake in the photograph. Just to clarify, Mr. Robinho, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? So I'm thinking that it's something related to the clock. Now let's see. That's correct, the photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious, because I see a mistake. A mistake? Possible. As told you, monsieur, the camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific. Certainly. You can error the photograph that you believe contains a mistake. Well, the clock. The clock in this photograph. There's something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Hamilton. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The clock itself. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hand pointing at 7 and 6. That much self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Quinier has no hands. It has no hands? The clock's mere a decorative piece, a talking item, feel free to ask Baron Rogel or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Robineau, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There's no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hands should be. Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Robineau, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm not expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task considering that the clock face was bare. One could have even speculated that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph's subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Robineau created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Robineau coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Robineau. Fine, you've got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You are confessing to the murder of Monsieur Louis? What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Robineau, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's questions. You have right to speak without fear after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws? Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Robineau, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancien regime, after all. But since you have admitted to falsify evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take a leave, you shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, monsieur. Intriguing, pretty convincing. We got a little favor with the jury. So, the clock hands were criminal, so what? Doesn't matter. The photograph still displaying them Cataline as an absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Mr. Hampton. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It is still a portrait of the night's events. Because if you accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Catherine was printing it out. Even worse, it is possible that another person was printed it. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid for the photographer? Or was it Seigneur Courtois de Millau, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Seigneur Courtois to implicate his own daughter. But surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Rogel deliberately tried to frame Dame Catherine? Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar for our community. He will never do such a thing. Monsieur Hamilton, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, perhaps I should offer my opinion. Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. So I would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Incompetence? Indeed, let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good, and I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Oh, okay. Baron Rogel, on the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photograph arrived, Monsieur Grenouille left to visit the garden. Dame Catherine followed behind him moments later. Seigneur Portoir, Monsieur Robineux, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Gonwy and Dame Catherine. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, garçon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well then. Hit me your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Rogel, am an honest man. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Okay. That's a little bit challenging. What we have here then? What we could use? We use that. So what's left is maybe the cigar. Let me see. With the maybe garden. Baron, we saw the mother scene in your garden for ourselves. When was the last time you visited? Baron Rogel, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Well, if you guys are not catching up, I'm doing that because I believe this cigar is from the Baron. So if we found the cigar on the garden, that means that the Baron was on the garden. And his testimony is contradictory, I don't know. Oh, and why is that? Because I have hard evidence that you have visited the garden recently. Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. This was found in your garden, to be specific. It was found inside the fountain basin, right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody. And prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry, Baron. That is indeed a remnant on one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. As a little peddling, the cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. There, because I can only think of one. That is that you, Baron Rogel, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine, let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rogel, murdered Monsieur Gonwy. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder, how shamelessly brazen. That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. The allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no motive or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Haddington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Rogel as the prime suspect. What this means, the Baron certainly had the means. His iron claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robineux confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous, I would never threaten a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous. And finally, Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of this missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the gas in front of the handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something, object. Oh yeah, pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Signor Porto de Millau, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Catherine was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is outrage. Judge, I demand that you disbar this randy lunatic. No, there's only one outrage here. That is that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You are a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, garçon? The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. Okay. No, you are a ruthless man who is rather a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous wealth, I ought to gut you right here now like a damned frog. Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go on, man, to the concierge with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw, I can walk myself. It's quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of speaking, well, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Catherine's innocence, so you get not a guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Catherine's innocence. All I have done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty. I'm sure that I understand the difference. You have reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we anonymously find the defendant Dame Catherine de Millau to be not guilty. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it. Yeah, I suppose we didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon. I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get one bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it was nothing. I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. What? Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh wow, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. I murdered Monsieur Gawain. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand. Business. To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Rogel's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected it was the friend, but I suppose I was putting too much faith in the grace of Paris' finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Rubin's photograph was edited. It was edited. I was in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Gory in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Rubin to paint me over Baron Regard and to enhance the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering the photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. Wow. What with the silence, you should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeoisie kitty like you. I think you should leave. But fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's a payment for our services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, petite Sparrowson. Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? Oh wow, that was... No, I think this is good for now. But it was saved. That's good. So this was Aviary Attorney. If you guys want me to continue, please put a comment below, and I will obviously try to continue, because I think this game is so fun, and even if you guys want me to continue, I probably would just play it by myself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.